technology store. Oh yeah, Alan Ng, watching tropical flare. Movie and TV show reviews what you need. Film threads on firework, planting the seeds. Film thread, we keep it real. Dive into the stories, you know the deal. Turn the phone, it's the place to be. Movie lovers gather round. 1, 2, 3. From blockbusters to indie gold. Oh yeah, Chris and Alan break the mold. Pop your corn, turn down the lights. Get ready to groove through movie nights. Film thread, we keep it real. Dive into the stories, you know the deal. Turn the phone, it's the place to be. Movie lovers gather round. 1, 2, 3.
Welcome, everyone. Happy Wednesday. I'm Chris Gore. This is Hollywood on the Rocks. Today on the show, tons of news stories. A new FF trailer has dropped. We'll take a look at it. The largest popcorn bucket ever in existence is debuting as part of the Fantastic Four. Well, there you go. Plus, Superman news about the Smurfs. Not joking. Plus, a big story about the Schumacher cut of Batman Forever. The studio shut down a private screening at a video store in Santa Monica, and fans are outraged. Outraged. Just wait until you see what we have for you. Plus, your comments and questions. Stick around. And Alan Ng apparently has decided to still stick around and do the show. So let's go. Let's get things started. Let's go. I know he's here somewhere.
Hello, Chris. I was informed by my AI that even though I am in a lot of woke movies, you and Alan appreciate me as an actress. So thank you for that. And yes, I will say it. Alan.
How come you get an intro?
Aw. I want to know, do you like stand in front of the mirror and think, what direction should this hair go? And what direction?
I don't know what happened. And my camera, for some reason, I can't adjust the camera today. And by the way, I want you to apologize to everyone. I am sick as a dog, but I am here. I've never missed a day for being sick. Maybe not a good thing, because I don't want to get others sick, but I am, on a little video camera on the internet. I don't think I'll get anyone sick, but I really don't like to miss a day when I'm sick. I like to just do it.
Yeah. Well, that's the beauty of this. You don't have to drive to a studio.
Yeah.
Do a show.
So there you go. Well, I really have so much news. So let's talk to people in the chat and let's go.
Yeah. Joe Pat 87 for 199. Have you seen the trailer for the Marlee Matlin doc?
I have not seen it, nor have I heard it.
I think it's Tribeca this year, I believe, or this weekend.
That was a joke grenade I threw out.
Oh, yes. That was funny. Very funny. Alan Horkin, I'm not much of an optimist. I'm not much of an optimistic, but I really do want Superman's James Gunn to be good. Yeah, I hope James Gunn is good.
Yep. I'm looking forward to James Gunn.
Yeah, they've not revealed the James Gunn poster yet. Christopher Moonlight Productions, rejoice. It's time for Film Thread. And after 6 days in Texas with no AC, it's finally fixed. I'm so overjoyed. Oh, by the way, have you ever considered going back to doing print magazines? Random, I know.
Probably not go back to print. However, I just contributed to a Kickstarter. I love Kickstarter. I contribute to a lot of projects. I back a lot of things. I recently backed, just letting people know, I will go to it. I am a backer, and let me just share this with you so you guys all know. EGM was a game magazine in the 90s I loved. There is the Electronic Gaming Monthly Compendium. It's the best of EGM magazine in a hardcover book. You also get all the issues in PDF form to read on your tablet. I'm a backer, and I'm thinking of doing something similar with Film Threat. I would call it the worst of Film Threat, and we'll do a book and then every issue ever as a PDF. And yeah, it's I'm a proud backer. I liked EGM magazine quite a bit when I was gaming in the 90s. So we may do something similar for Film Threat if there's enough interest. Be a very limited.
Maybe we should do an annotated. Go through the back issues and do annotations and commentary.
Well, yeah, like do a best of. I mean, I interviewed Charles Bukowski, Alan Moore. We'd probably take the best of our interviews in the print magazine, breaking stories. A lot of inappropriate humor was in Film Threat. I might talk to Lori about designing the book. A lot of things. Lori is a superstar. Not that you're not great, Alan.
Yes, I don't have the assets that Lori has.
Well, she's a very talented designer.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
She knows what I mean. All right. I'm too old for this shit.
What are you talking about?
I am. I just am.
Well, there you go. But thank you, Christopher, for that comment. And Lord Thoth.
Like, share, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, sign up as a member, join us on X, Discord, Rumble, and Instagram. Buy our merch at shop.filmthread.com.
That's right. We have our superhero style collection, summer collection. I got a Film Threat beach towel. I was very excited about that. These are limited. We do seasonal clothes. We will, you know what we should do? We should do our Halloween collection and put it up in August. Just like, like all those Halloween stores, like suddenly it's July and there's like a Spirit Halloween store.
Yeah. I'm saying we should do it in July instead of August.
Yeah. So let's prep for a, horror collection, put it up in August and run it all the way through the end of October, early November. I love that. I love seeing the, store that's closed and then Spirit Halloween comes to save the day.
Yeah.
So we may do that. So there you go. All right. Our first news story, Alan, you're not going to believe this. A resurfaced video.
What?
Just came out. I know. A resurfaced video came out that where it's from a talk show talking about how E.T. and the Smurfs are satanic. Now, we're going to look at this. It's very short. It's from our friends at the Found Footage Fest. But let's take a look at this and we'll comment on the other side. Obviously, you are a man of faith. I want to hear your thoughts about E.T. and potentially the Smurfs, because there's a new Smurf movie coming out. Are they satanic? Let's go.
Out and find 5 at the fair. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Twin Cities Live from the Minnesota State Fair. I'm Bob Bruce. We've got a great crowd gathered here today on the fairgrounds, and we've got a very interesting subject. The little fellow that I've got in my hand here, most of you would recognize him as E.T. Today, we have really a couple of subjects, but the same theme. One is, does a little fellow like this have satanic effects on your child?
There are a number of occultic images portrayed in E.T.
I mean, we've all had that thought that E.T. is satanic.
I don't know who this is, but I've seen people like him all throughout the 80s.
Well, I like his hair. Let's continue.
And probably the thing that I most hold against it, I can't say on television, so I'm sorry.
Well, why can't you say it on television?
Because it was quoted to me by the co-writer of E.T.
Oh, well, what is, I mean, can you, in a roundabout way, say something? I mean, is it sexual innuendo, or what are you talking about here?
Yes, he talked about weaving in visual subliminals into the movie itself.
Masters of the Universe, Smurfs, E.T., do you have those kind of toys?
Masters of the Universe, yeah.
Are you afraid that Masters of the Universe is going to have bad effects on your children?
I don't know. I'm not crazy about it.
Then why did you buy it for your children?
Because they want it. I don't.
That's very much a Midwest accent there, the Minnesota. But Yeah, I mean, look, I think
We didn't get
the,
to Smurfs yet. Where's
well, she mentioned Smurfs.
Okay.
They'll get into it. Like, I really do think the religious right of that era was kind of as annoying as the sort of woke, nose ring blue hairs of today.
Yeah.
They're just as annoying.
Yeah, no, I got caught up in that stuff in the 80s myself.
Yeah.
Heavy metal, I mean satanic heavy metal.
Right.
Yeah, the Beatles. I remember an evening at church where a preacher talked to us about the evils of rock music.
Yeah. Well, let's watch the rest of this and see what else we can get.
Oh no.
The word Beelzebub has been used numerous times on the shows The Smurfs, and in one show, Gargamel drew a pentagram, a 5-pointed occultic star, lit candles at each point, which is an actual witchcraft practice, danced inside the pentagram, chanting a magical spell, at which point a book opened up across the room, a spiritual entity left the book, entered his physical body, giving him power to levitate and do battle against the Smurfs.
You're soaking this all in, and,
See,
and
the
I'm
Smurfs,
trying to
it's
understand
coming out.
myself. How do you feel
There
about
you
it?
go.
I really can't tell you. I really don't know.
Well, what do you think, Alan?
Oh my gosh, it reminds me of the good old days.
Yeah.
everything was satanic. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Used to listen to this guy Bob Larson, and he would every show would be just about how evil pop culture was.
Right.
Yeah, and this is everything I heard. I haven't. None of this is new to me. Let's just put it that way.
Let's go to comments.
I will not eat the bugs. This takes me back. Reminds me of how Satanic Panic kicked off with subliminal messages in heavy metal, D&D, and horror movies being the victims. Yeah. No, I tossed all my D&D stuff because I got scared.
I will say this. I watched a lot of shows like that where it was like local news or Phil Donahue or Sally Jesse Raphael. I loved it when they had stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, did you watch Wally George?
I love Wally George.
Long last name. I got caught in Catholic school with my Snoop dog style cassette tape. It started a firestorm.
Yeah, I love it.
ADLs, get behind me, Satan. I'll lead the charge, says Hollywood.
Yep.
Lord Comet, hail, Chris, Gore, and Alan, and the chat.
Yep.
And Pilgrim Media for 2. Love you guys. No homo.
That you know of.
Yeah. Happy Pride, everybody.
Well, it is June, so there you go. Yeah. All right. Guess what? The Fantastic Four First Steps tickets are now on sale. It's almost 2 months before the movie opens, and they dropped tickets to go on sale today before Superman tickets are on sale. That movie comes out July 10th.
Yeah.
FF is out July 25th. There is a new teaser trailer. I'll play the trailer for you with some new footage. We see Franklin Richards, among other things. And let's take a look at this. But Alan, is there something strategic about this? I mean, obviously, they're aware Superman's coming, but this is kind of very soon, it seems.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Momentum. It's all about building momentum. They know they're going to get shellacked by Superman. And yes, we pre-hate the Fantastic Four early. And
don't say that.
Well, I might as well just lean into what we're being accused of. Yeah, we hate everything. Yeah, everything. So yeah, I mean, this is a smart move. It's locking those ticket sales now.
Yeah. Well, here we go. Their greatest strength is each other. Let's watch this. It's just over a minute.
Family. It's about connecting to something bigger than yourself. Whatever life throws at us, we'll face it together.
Johnny, now!
As a family.
Today, We are your defenders. The four of us will face the danger. And we will protect you.
Is this guy good?
The clobbering time?
Oh, yeah.
I finally knocked it off the list.
List.
The new spacesuits.
I take back every single bad thing I've been saying about you. To myself. In private.
That's a joke.
Well, what do you think, Alan?
Oh man, yeah. Please keep putting out those trailers. Getting less and less excited as it goes along. What I love about the Fantastic Four is when I read it as a comic book were the cool cars they drove.
Well, I mean, the Fantastic car was pretty cool, actually.
Yeah,
I liked it in the comics.
but again, it's like that's what we're getting in this trailer is hey, look at the car and look at the suit.
Well, I don't quite mind it. I don't mind it all that much.
It's a superhero movie. Your superhero is supposed to be doing superhero things.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
saying. If you want to get
look,
people excited about a movie, show them the great parts of the movie. Right now, I'm willing to let you spoil the whole film and put everything great in the trailer. Do
well,
that.
the big news about this is tickets are on sale for this movie, and tickets have not gone on sale for Superman. And I have AMC A-List. I can have no more than 4 reservations in advance. For them to do it 2 months early, that is unusual. I think it shows maybe they have some confidence. We shall see. So, in related news, new topic. The Fantastic Four has the largest popcorn bucket ever. That's right. There's a video promo, and I'll actually show you the bucket itself. Here it is here. The hunger is real. 40-second promo. Let's watch this. Here we go.
Hey now.
Okay, we should eat.
And Galactus's eyes light up.
Yeah.
It's huge.
18
and
inches.
here's the deal.
17 and a half inches.
You know me, I like the popcorn bucket thing for collectibles. Guess what?
What?
I'm not that excited about this.
I kinda am.
So the only one I've seen is the Thing head popcorn bucket. I have what the buckets look like. There are several. Let me show them to you, Alan.
All right.
From Disc Trackers has. I'll go to each one here. We've got Herbie, got Galactus is the big one. We have tins that have little pop vinyl figures. We have cups, individual cups. We even have at Regal the Fantastic car. I've got better shots of these that I can show you, but I don't know how I feel about these. What do you think?
Okay, so I am pretty excited about the Galactus one. It won't fit on the shelf.
Right.
The Herbie one, I guess, it just looks like a plastic Herbie, which I don't know why you would need to associate with popcorn and stuff. That one right there, yeah. Look, you can get the Thunderbolts limo, and now you can get the Fantastic car.
I just think maybe we're doing too many. This is getting out of, and this is for something I could like. I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah. I mean, I think the synergy of the movie is definitely affecting it.
Yeah.
I think if we were excited about this movie, we'd be more excited about it. I don't need to start collecting things, but I'm interested in the Galactus one. Let's put it that way. It was probably going to be $75 if hard to get.
Yeah, I was going to say $75 for that Galactus.
Is it?
I don't know. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
That limo, Thunderbolts limo, was $50. Here is the new IMAX version of the poster for FF. Looks fine.
Yeah.
Floating heads, whatever.
I mean, yeah. Also, I think the Galactus popcorn bucket comes with 2 large popcorns and 2 medium drinks.
Does it really?
I think that's what one of the pictures kind of tipped off there.
Oh God, yeah. When there's I'll show you the ones that come with the pop vinyl figures. These tins they have character tins, so you can get Silver Surfer, Galactus, Reed, Invisible Woman, Thing, and Human Torch, and so there are 6 collector tins that have a blister pack blister toppers.
No, that's not going to happen.
They're going, I mean, there's a Snapple tie-in to FF. There's a Pop-Tart, Fantastic Four. I don't know. And I should be excited. I kind of am not. Mainly because it leaves me kind of cold. I'm not super excited.
Look, my threshold for these popcorn buckets is it has to look cool. This does not look cool. This is I hate to say it, but what are gray and white striped uniforms usually associated with?
Going to jail.
Yeah, or the Holocaust, basically.
Scary.
I know. And
right,
and Funkos are very passe today.
Let's go to comments.
Hey, you for 10. The religious right of the 80s and the blue hair nose ring left are now part of the same machine, all pushed by 3-letter agencies to divide the nation and keep us fighting. I will 100% agree with you that the tactics of the religious right of the 80s are essentially DEI and wokeness of today, or cancellation of today. One and the same. Absolutely. Lean back for 5. Looking forward to seeing Sue Storm and Silver Surfer sit down over a couple of Lotus drinks and talk about the men in their lives. Lord Comet for 2, 17.5 inches. Giggity.
There you go.
Thomas Pickett for 5. You can almost buy a 3D printer and print the bucket for cheaper. You could probably make it look better too.
Thanks, Thomas.
Tony Youthful Eagle Elias, the joke at the end was pure cringe. If you consider that a joke. Libra All Women, she is definitely in charge of Fantastic Four.
Yep.
I believe Empire Magazine kind of gives it away as well. Patrick Lemire, Vin Diesel has ruined the word family for me. Suns and Shadows. This isn't the right trailer, Chris.
No, I got it right this time. Thanks for
Jean Hu gifted 5 Film Threat memberships.
Thank you, Sean Hu. Check out our members only videos, my tour of Monster Palooza.
Pilgrim Media for 2. Have you guys hearing the new trope woke right? I think someone's trying to make a new trope.
Yeah, I think it's trying to make fetch a thing.
Yeah. Dabeast 808 became a YouTube member.
Thank you for that.
Welcome aboard.
Great. Okay, guess what? Superman has a robot number 4 promo. Do you believe it?
After seeing the Fantastic Four popcorn buckets, yes.
All right, very short, worth seeing. I have not seen it. I want to see it. 37 seconds. Let's go.
We have no consciousness whatsoever. Merely automatons here to serve.
That's so funny. I love him. This is Superman Robot number 4. That's his legal name, played by Alan Tudyk.
His voice is my voice with better enunciation. No need to thank us, sir, as we will not appreciate it.
We are tasked to build the automaton robot.
There's so many moves in this guy.
I'm so blown away.
Superman, you must rest.
No can do, 4. I got to get back to the fray.
That was clever. That was clever. And I really like Alan Tudyk. I like him as K2SO. I think he's very good. I like him. I think he's very funny. I've seen him on panels at conventions.
Yeah.
He's I like him. Like the guy. That was a good pick, and it looks like a mostly real practical robot prop. What do you think?
Yeah, I love robots in movies. I love real robots in movies, and this is one of the good Allens.
Well, I mean, there are other good Allens.
There's some. We just saw a movie with an Allen in it, and I can't remember what it was.
What
was that? It just came out. Didn't we just see it? Oh no! Oh, Karate Kid. Karate Kid. There's an Allen in Karate Kid, and of course he's a nerd.
Exactly.
Okay, hello, Mr. Gore. Where the fuck is Mr. Ng? Alan.
I just had to throw that in there. All right. Hey, guess what? Here we go. Something I've been saying for a while. Scott Adams, if you know who Scott Adams is, he's a commentator. It recently came out that he is dying of, I assume, cancer.
Cancer
may not last through the rest of the year. Very tragic. He has been controversial or said controversial things. I think he speaks a lot of truth that rubs people the wrong way. Just going to say it. And here he is saying something I have said for a long time about documentaries. It needs to be said. Hear it from Scott Adams, and I'll talk about it on the other side. I'd like to hear your comments, Alan, too.
Here's what you need to know about documentaries. Number one, documentary is the lowest level of credibility of all media. Did you know that? If you had to pick one thing to not believe, it should be a documentary. Documentaries are not designed to give you both sides. They're designed to mislead you into thinking that the thesis is the only thing that matters. Do you think they show the other side? The documentary is the lowest of all forms of credibility. There's nothing lower than that. It's the number one least reliable information that is produced by humanity. Now you might say to yourself, Scott, fake news is worse than that. No, it isn't. It's not even close. Fake news has a competing news business. So if you want, you can look at the fake news and you can see the other argument. You can make your own decision. And the other argument isn't hidden that much. Even within our bubbles, you know you can just turn on Fox News or CNN and see the other side, right? But if you watch a documentary, are you going to go do your own research? Probably not. Probably not. Now, I'm not saying that all documentaries are incorrect.
He's talking about Attack of the Doc there when he says you're not talking about all documentaries. Yeah. So I believe that's what he meant.
Mm-hmm. Specifically, yes.
Specifically that. But what he's saying is something that I've said for a long time. I've seen that increasingly the documentaries that you and I, Alan, see to cover here. Now, I'm not talking about the Pee Wee Herman documentary or entertainment documentaries. They're mainly to give you some insight into something you maybe only have cursory knowledge of. You get a deeper understanding about the making of Star Trek or Pee Wee Herman, who he was as a person, or the history of a TV show. He's talking about political documentaries. He is 100% right. He has more to say. We'll go to it. But increasingly, I see these docs. The thesis for the doc is decided before the doc is made. And when you look at the funding resources for the doc, you'll see from where the agenda is being pushed. He is 100% right. And I'll say the exceptions may be a documentary about Lost in Space, like, okay, whatever. Is there an agenda behind that? Maybe. I doubt it. It's about an old TV show or whatever. Okay. Entertainment documentaries aside, political docs are not reliable at all. I've seen so many docs push so many agendas. Go back and watch Al Gore, no relation, Al Gore's documentary, An Inconvenient Truth. Almost all the predictions in that doc never happened. I have an issue of Newsweek magazine about the moon landing from 1969, okay? Talking about how climate change is it's gonna destroy everything. We're doomed in like 2 decades, all this. Might be nice if someone made a documentary, collected all these things people have said, and take them to task. Say, well, did this thing you predicted happen? Where was the funding that came that allowed you to say that with a loud megaphone? I want to finish this and then hear what you have to say, Alan. So I'm not trying to cut you off. I just want to.
I get it.
I want to tee up the topic and hear what you have to say. It's 30 more seconds.
I'm not saying that. Surely some documentaries are totally correct. I'm saying
Attack of the Doc, obviously.
Yes.
That you can't tell the difference. So if you can't tell the difference, it's the lowest level of credibility at the highest level of persuasion, because they've got you for like an hour. If I can persuade you on anything and make you pay attention for an hour, I will convince you. Getting you to pay attention for an hour is the hard part. If I can get that, then the convincing is the easy part.
What do you think, Alan?
No, absolutely. For the longest time, issues-based documentaries. Let's call it that. Issues-based documentaries. It is. This is my thesis, and I'm only going to present evidence and information that supports my thesis. I will never challenge my thesis, and if I do, I will mock the person who is offering the counter to that, to show them. For the last, I would say 6 years, 6 to 8 years, anytime there was a documentary, an issue-based documentary that you really needed to get people on your side, you would show a clip of Trump saying something.
Mm-hmm.
There was a documentary I saw about Filipino nurses. If you're not aware, LA is full of Filipino nurses. They came to America, they learned nursing, and that's why it's a noble cause. And at the end of the documentary, when COVID comes up, of course they're gonna bring out all these Trump clips, just to prove some point that makes when you're trying to honor Filipino nurses. So I totally understand what he's saying here, but it's one of those throwing out the baby with the bathwater, as you say. There are documentaries that, I'd like documentaries that go against the grain, counter what is considered common knowledge, such as the environment, such as nutrition and health and the like. And those are the documentaries I'm drawn to. And you brought up something that I found interesting. Wouldn't a great documentary be a documentary that goes over an inconvenient truth?
Or these a documentary that takes a class of documentary and looks at, like, there's a lot of documentaries where you can tell what the agenda is and they only present evidence from one side. And I think that we get a lot of these docs, Alan.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, look, I think pop culture docs are in a different category. Their agenda is mainly to serve the fan base. Okay. What do the fans think? But political docs or food documentaries, there's a lot of food docs. I think that a lot of them come with an agenda, whether they're pushing veganism or whatnot, or climate,
or January 6th,
or January 6th. I see that constantly. I look like that was the we interviewed, and I really like Tommy Avalone. He did the documentary about Elmo called "I Love You, You Hate Me," and the end tries a really good doc up until the last 5 minutes. Tries to tie online hate to January 6th in a Barney documentary. It was the movie, and I talked to him about it. We interviewed him. I did take him to task and ask him, like, it wasn't necessary. Like, it was a perfect doc until up to that point. So anyways, like all I can say is this. I have had, and this is from being from Detroit, a very highly tuned bullshit detector.
Mm-hmm.
Bullshit detector. I see bullshit. When you see it, just you need to have that tuned bullshit detector to be able to question things. I mean, if we're doing a bit, let's say later in the show we do a bit that we take very seriously, and people that don't know better might think we're being deadly serious. Just go along with the joke. Everyone in the chat.
Don't foreshadow it at all.
I'm not foreshadowing much.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, this is I thought that was very important to say. So yeah. Matthew Hammond sent me that, by the way. Thank you, Matthew Hammond. Shout out to you for sending me that link.
Yes. I'll say this.
Please.
I don't mind issue-based documentaries, but you
Yes.
should present the other side. And not only that, you should present the other side fairly. Because if your point is strong enough, you would be able to counter a fair presentation of the opposition. But no, oftentimes these documentaries just, like I said, they'll misrepresent the other side to sound worse than it is, and then they'll bring some speaker, or they'll discredit some speaker whoever said it. No, if your point is as good as you think it is, just present the other side fairly. That's all.
Let's go to comments.
Lord Khan for 2. The things Johnny 5 does to keep working.
Exactly.
Thomas Pickett for 5. Scott Adams, creator of Dilbert. A great book. His How to Fail at Almost Everything and Still Win Big. Kind of the story of my life.
Love that.
Yes. Thomas Pickett for 2. This is a doc that counters inconvenient truth. There is a doc that counters inconvenient truth.
Good to hear. Thank you, Thomas. Put it in the chat, please, if you would. And Atomic Lawyer, let me know what that is. Thank you, Thomas.
Okay. AC 130 for 5. Dark Side of the Ring on Vice is the best doc series I've seen in years. Definitely watch it if you haven't yet. It covers tragic wrestling stories.
I've heard of that, and
I've
it
seen
sounds amazing.
Yeah, I've seen it. Jean Hu, wait, an inconvenient truth may not have been 100% accurate.
I met Al Gore the year before it came out. He came to Sundance. I met him. He looked at my badge. He said, "Hey, cuz." We had a whole conversation. He was very personable, felt like a real human being, unlike the person that ran for president. I thought he acted like Spock. He was such an automaton. Yeah, I think we see through this now.
Yeah, no one ever talks about it other than the fact that Al Gore made it, but no one will dare mention it because we may begin questioning it if they do.
For sure.
Jean Hu, me too, ever since A Knight's Tale. He's talking to Alan Tudyk there.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, I've got a lot more to talk about here. A lot of little stories. Wait, I had something here, Alan.
Mm-hmm.
I need to do a little Gore rant. It's been a while, Alan. I have something to say about something, and you are not going to believe. If there was one rant you hear today, one rant, it should be this rant. You've got to what you're going to learn about something you will never have seen.
A freaking IKEA chair.
You have no excuse. You have no excuse. Every day, as Alan and I work on Film Threat, we get messages from filmmakers making their movies. They submit their movies to the website for review, and we review them. If you're sitting down right now and or standing or laying down, listening to this, you have no excuse not to make a movie. I received today in my inbox, in my email, for which, Alan, you should be very impressed. I answer all my emails. Every single one. I respond. If it doesn't require a response, I say, cool, to let you know I got the email. But I got this email, and it's one you are not going to believe. There is a movie in production They just announced it's going into production. They're making this movie. Now, why am I bringing this up? This is the most ridiculous movie in the decades I've been doing Film Threat. I'm going to read you the plot to this movie and show you a still. When you hear what this is, there's no excuse not to take the dumbest, stupidest idea you have for a film and not make it tomorrow. Dick Toes, directed and edited by Lee Gordon DeMarbre, a kung fu action comedy horror musical about a private eye with 10 dicks for toes. That's right. He has 10 dicks for toes. Now, I don't know how this compares to Edward Penis Hands, but here's a still from Dick Toes, and you've got the vampires from left to right. Luna, Donnie Snell plays Jesus, I guess, and Christine Hager. Now, I never thought I would be saying to you the words Dick Toes, but this is going to be the must-see movie of whenever it comes out, because there's a whole category of movies that I can't believe. I call it, I can't believe this even got made. Like Ticked Off Trannies with Knives. Look that up. Ticked Off Trannies with Knives. It's got a great poster. Maybe Lori can look that up, find the poster. I'll look, but I'm just saying there is no matter how dumb, you have some dumb ideas. Don't go for like that. I want a big epic with it. No. There's a movie being made called Dick Toes, and the director, Lee Gordon DeMarbre, is making that movie. And guess what you are doing? Not making a movie. There's no excuse. Alan, will you review Dick Toes when it comes out?
Yes. I love kung fu action comedy horror musicals.
Well, production is happening in Ottawa, Ontario. The no budget epic written by Mark Polisel had just begun production in Ottawa. Not only the film's shooting location, it's also the setting, because Ottawa isn't just the nation's capital, it's a super cool city too. Dick Toes follows private detective Richard Toes, a man cursed with 10 dicks for toes, as he uncovers a horde of lesbian vampires infiltrating the nation's capital. With the resurrection of Count Dracula looming, Toes must ally with an old nemesis in a desperate, bloody, and absurd race against time. DeMarbre, the director, describes the film as another kung fu action comedy horror musical and promises it's in the same chaotic cinematic DNA as his hit underground classics. He made Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter. So the movie's being made in Ottawa right now. I cannot wait to see it. And again, my point in bringing this up is that you have no excuse. Make your movie, no matter how ridiculous. Final thoughts, Alan. Take us.
Yes, I was going to review it, but we're going to need at least $100 in super chats to pay for the tariff to watch the movie from Ontario. But you're correct. You're correct. You can make a movie about literally anything.
I've seen Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter. It's bizarre. It's weird. It doesn't take itself too seriously. Yeah. And I, for one, will be there on day one of Dick Toes, whether in a theater or on VOD, and we will review Dick Toes on this channel. I'm going to see if we can.
Once we can afford the tariff,
we'll get the director. We'll get the director. Yeah. And this is the great Atomic Lori just found for me another movie you can't believe actually exists. That's right. Ticked Off Trannies with Knives. Is a movie that came out in 2010. Here is the poster. It really exists. This is the kind of entertainment we need. Something that takes risks. So I'm there day one for Dick Toes.
Yeah. And to your point,
a freaking IKEA chair.
What was my point?
Yeah, to your point, if you got a movie, make that movie. I'll give you a head start. Here's a great title for a movie: Penis Dick.
It could work.
It could work.
Do we have some comments on this?
Pilgrim Meeting for two. Mr. Ng is a heroic figure for watching quadruple D CK toes. Lower comment for two. Dick toes. Sounds like someone with member envy. Alan Horkin, remember, even if your idea is dumb, they made a whole bunch of Sharknado movies. Yes, penis dick. Make it.
I mean, I think more ridiculous movies have been done.
Steve Z for 5. He's on the run with no protection. Dick toes. Summer 2025. Bush and Ryu Cat. Marco CCS 65. He did it. He answered all the emails. Good job, Chris.
Thanks, man.
Banavsky, make it a kung fu movie, The 5 Deadly Dick Toes.
There is time for a change of title there. Holy cow.
Oh, there we go. JBTRX for 100. Just logged in. Dick Toes for, okay.
100.
I'm reviewing
okay.
Dick Toes.
Now you have to review Dick Toes.
Be damned. We got it covered.
We will be the first media outlet with a review of Dick Toes. Thanks to JTPRX. Thank you, JTPRX. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, we have a lot to get to.
You just made advertising for this movie.
Yes.
Yeah. Good job.
I love weird effed up movies. Speaking of that, Dakota Johnson on Madam Web failure. I love Dakota Johnson. I really think she has a sense of humor about herself. I think she's starring in the new Celine Song movie called The Materialists and was interviewed for the LA Times. Alan, you have the notes here.
Yeah.
And Celine Song did a movie you and I both liked, actually.
Past Lives.
Past Lives was very good. But Dakota Johnson is in the new movie. It sounds like it's a back to old school romantic comedy. Unfortunately, Pedro Pascal is in it.
I know.
But we'll see where that goes. But I saw the trailer. I'm intrigued. But what does she have to say in this article in the LA Times?
Okay, well, Madam Web was meant to be Dakota Johnson's entry into the world of superhero blockbusters, but instead it became a cautionary tale. In 2024, the 2024 Marvel adaptation was a high-profile failure, drawing media scrutiny and bombing at the box office. When the film is brought up, Johnson's easygoing demeanor noticeably shifts. With dry humor, she deflects blame. It wasn't my fault. Before peeling back the curtain on the experience, she criticizes the studio-driven committee-style decision-making that, in her words, led Madam Web to morph into from one thing into something unrecognizable. She says, I was just sort of along for the ride at that point, she says, acknowledging that the creativity was diluted by those without artistic instincts. She's philosophical about the misfire. Bigger budget movies fail all the time. Who cares? Despite the fallout, Johnson isn't retreating from film, just perhaps from studio-controlled spectacles. As a producer in her company Tea Time Pictures, she shifted focus to more personal projects like Daddy-O and the Cannes premiering Splitsville, where she has greater control and input. Her work on the indie film like The Materialists, where she only acted, now feels refreshing by comparison. Producing has given her a sharper sense of how stories can succeed or go off track. And while Madam Web may have missed the mark, it hasn't made her risk averse. If anything, she seems more committed to storytelling on her own terms.
I like Dakota Johnson. The clips of her during the Madam Web press tour were hilarious. And her on talk shows, she just played into the joke. I know the movie is dumb. I made a bad choice. She even mocked her own lack of knowledge about superhero movies. It was great. She came out of that unscathed, unlike other actors we've seen on press tours that kind of take themselves too seriously or feel like they have to lean into the politics. She just goofed on it. In fact, you and I saw her and Sean Penn at a
in Daddy-O.
of a movie Daddy-O. Sean Penn was like pissed off, and like he was like didn't want people to like. It got really uncomfortable because a lot of people were filming with cameras, and he was like, "I'm gonna ask you again to stop filming." And then Dakota Johnson made a joke to kind of disarm. She was like, didn't give a shit.
Mhm.
And
Well,
Sean Penn was taking himself super seriously. I have that video for members only.
In Sean Penn's defense, he said he didn't want cameras in the front section of the theater and that you could move to the back section and film it from there.
Anyways, but Dakota Johnson made like jokes, and I admire her. I hope she starts producing more stuff.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's just it. She understands what her job is, and that's to pretend. And that she doesn't take it that seriously, and she decides to have fun with it. And let's also point out she was self-aware enough to know that she was in a really bad movie, and just leaned into it. And the movie probably made more money than it should have because of that.
Let's go to comments here.
Thumbs up 1981 for $4.99. I just want to thank Chris Gore for doing the stream early to help accommodate Alan's movie show. You're a true friend. Again, after the show, I'm just gonna sit around for 50 minutes until the movie starts.
Alan, you're welcome.
The theater's just down the street from my
Alan,
house.
you're welcome. Thank you. Thumbs
literally
up.
a 5-minute drive from my house to get
It's fine, Alan. You appreciate me.
Pushing Real Cat. One good thing about Madam Web, it's how I learned of Sydney Sweeney.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think Mr. Skin is how most other people learned about her. Tony, Youthful Eagle Elias. I was looking forward to The Materialist until I found out that Pedro Pascal is in it.
Yeah, I saw him in it. I just cringed.
Yeah, I mean, it's like if he wasn't there, I'd be much more excited about The Materialist. I'm looking forward to it just because of Celine's song. But yeah, it's like, okay, Pedro's in everything.
Yeah.
Thanks, Pedro.
Yeah.
Thanks for being there.
Yeah. Let's talk about some more movie news. We've got a bunch of it here. Let's go right to it. Alan,
yes.
Hollywood incentives passes the California Assembly. What does this mean for Hollywood?
Okay, so in a bid to revive California's struggling film and television industry, the state assembly has overwhelmingly passed AB 1138, a bill designed to expand production tax credits and incentivize more in-state filming. Though the measure earned broad bipartisan support, one notable admission was Governor Gavin Newsom's previously promised $750 million cap for the incentive program, absent from the amended version now headed to the Senate. Here, I just want to read that one dissent.
Please.
Still not everyone was convinced. Assembly member Carl DeMeo cast the lone dissenting vote, criticizing the bill as a giveaway to Hollywood elites that failed to address deeper costs and regulatory issues driving production away. Nothing in this bill deals with labor costs. Nothing deals with the regulatory burden, he argued. Meanwhile, the bill's supporter says it's a training program expansion for underrepresented communities, and potential budget backing from Newsom could still make the difference. But as advocacy groups and unions continue to push for its final approval, the ultimate impact remains unclear amid California's financial tightening and ongoing competition for film dollars nationwide.
Well, is this going to bring production back to California?
No,
Alan.
No, it won't.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah, I mean, it mentioned it there. It's, of course, there's the DEI element to it. As the supporters say, it's training program expansion for underrepresented communities and potential budget backing. It's they don't want white films being used for this.
Well, yeah, exactly. There's so many hoops to jump through.
Mhm.
There's so many so much grifting. Everybody needs a taste, right?
Yeah.
I just don't see this helping in the long run.
Well, let's think of it this way. Our tax dollars here in California are collected into this giant fund. And so we're going to take money from that fund and give it to these people, these Hollywood filmmakers, to all the licenses and fees that they can't afford, to the higher production costs and the labor. All we're doing is passing money from tax dollars to unions, to overbloated unions. That's not a solution. That's as we call inefficient spending.
Yeah, I just see this as like a drop in the bucket of what needs to change. I mean, California can't get anything done. I mean, there can be billions spent on a train that never gets built. There's so much red tape. And whenever I see Gavin Newsom complain about the red tape in this state, look in the mirror, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, who I got rid of the red tape. I solved the problem I created. He is so disingenuous. The fact that he would attempt to be a national political figure is shocking to me. We are on to you.
Yeah.
And it is California. I've never seen California go into such decline faster than since Gavin Newsom took over.
Yeah. Can you imagine the way he spends state money? Now translate that to national money, to federal funds that we pay, to our federal taxes. I'll bring up another one. 2014, the people of California, after a massive drought, approved a bond to build reservoirs. Chris, how many reservoirs do you think were built because of that bond?
I'm going to guess 0.
0. Where'd that money go?
Yeah, it's here's what it is. And this is, look at Congress and Doge and all the NGO programs. It's politicians giving money to their friends and family. This is how people are not more outraged by this. I don't know. I think we are all tired of it. We voted to make this go away, and this continuing grift, giving money to your friends because you have a fund and the money has to be spent. We know it's BS.
Yep. Can you imagine our tax dollars going to pay unions to do their jobs? And what are those unions going to do with that money? Support politicians who will continue to fund money to them. And it just becomes a cycle of cash.
That's exactly right. That's how it continues. Let's go to comments.
Patrick Lemire, what does the bill do to reduce red tape? Nothing. Yeah. Not even addressed. No regulation addressed in that bill. Sailor Mercury, by the power of the moon, I will defeat you. I agree with the dissenter. Beerosaurus Rex training program from government means a complete waste of money. Yes,
I would agree.
Because we need more government programs, especially educational ones. Patrick Lemire, Newsom is the arsonist that helps the fireman fight that fire after the roof has already collapsed. But I'm helping.
Yeah, we've heard that one before. So there you go. Let's get to our main topic for today. I'm not sure, Alan, if you are aware, but there is a director's cut of Batman Forever that was done by director Joel Schumacher that contains some more scenes that are more serious. I think the reaction to Batman Forever was mixed. It went a little more over the top, a little more cartoony and light as compared to the Tim Burton versions of Batman. But there is a cut of the movie that Joel Schumacher did, and a local video store in Santa Monica was going to screen it. Just a small video store. Hey, a screening amongst friends. And what happened? Warner Brothers shut it down Alan, please give me this story here. This is from the AV Club. Matt Shimkowitz writes about this. Tell us what's in the story.
All right. The director's cuts are common in the superhero genre, from the Donner version of Superman to the infamous Snyder cut of the Justice League. Now fans are turning their attention to the rumored Schumacher cut of Batman Forever, a darker, more psychological version of the 1995 film starring Val Kilmer. Hype surged when Cinephile Video in Santa Monica planned a free screening of this lost version, reportedly featuring a surreal scene where Bruce Wayne confronts a giant bat. But Warner Brothers quickly stepped in with a legal request, forcing the event cancellation and leaving the cut shrouded in mystery. Speculation about the Schumacher cut has been brewing since 2020, when Variety reported the existence of a 170-minute version Warner Brothers was hesitant to release. Filmmaker Kevin Smith claims to have a copy, and screenwriter Akiva Goldsman confirmed the original had more psychological depth, focusing on guilt and shame. Trimmed down after preview, audiences found action over introspection, as they favored it. The cut remains unseen by the public. Its legend growing as fans continue to hope for its release.
This is infuriating. How many times do studios need to learn the lesson? Give the fans what they want. The Schumacher cut should be on Max now. It should be on the 4K version. I don't understand. I think there is an increasing anger amongst fans and the public as it applies to politics. My vote, I voted for this. Cut wasteful spending. I want to see eventually we got the Snyder cut, or the best version of the Snyder cut on Max, but how hard is it to just give people what they want? And we've seen people, hang on a sec, Alan. Hang on. Something's happening here. Wait, hang on a sec. Hang on. I got to show this to you, Alan.
Okay.
It's I have to show this to you now. You're not going to believe this. Just bear with us, folks. This is shocking. Shocking. Let's take a look at this. Take a look.
Gotta be a mistake. This just in, a micro cinema at a video store just canceled a highly anticipated screening of Batman Forever, and fans are outraged.
Don't you realize this is dangerous and irresponsible?
Release the Schumacher cut now! Release the Schumacher cut!
Oh my God!
This is the kind of anger that happens when you don't give people what they want. This is like a geek version of BLM.
Release the cut now!
I can't believe what I'm seeing.
I know, this is crazy. Oh my gosh. That explains all that traffic in Hollywood the other day.
Yeah. Okay, now it's getting violent.
Oh my God. Someone help that poor innocent woman.
We're up here now above Santa Monica Boulevard.
This violence will escalate.
These demonstrators are
Oh my gosh. This is why I don't go to Hollywood anymore.
Oh my God.
This is why I don't work for CNN anymore. This is why I don't go to 7-Eleven anymore. Oh, poor guy.
It's crazy. Crazy. The violence is out of
Jake,
control.
We're watching a surreal and dangerous escalation outside Cinephile Video, right across from the New Art Theater. Protesters, many in Batman t-shirts, have clashed with police, demanding the release of what they call the TRUE vision of Batman Forever. These fans aren't leaving. They're calling themselves the Cine Hipster Resistance and say they'll stay on the streets until the Schumacher cut is shown. Okay, so apparently Warner Brothers pulled the Schumacher cut, and now people are like fully losing it. Someone just threw a clamshell case at a cop, like a weapon, like it made a sound.
No, this is like insane. Okay, like they canceled the screening on us, and someone just, oh my god.
Guy dressed as Batman.
Oh my dearest God! I can't believe they went this far.
Oh.
Are you getting this, Chuck?
Alan.
I don't have all the details yet, but this is a massive shock and tragedy that I don't think anyone was expecting. Well, apparently, what we've been told is a large group of these fans just committed suicide, and we're getting more reports of bodies laying in some kind of ritualistic circle after this horrible, horrible act. Stand by, Bill.
Okay, we just got another report of a group suicide of the fans. All the details are not in yet. This is unbelievable. Why? It's unclear how a forgotten 1995 Batman film could provoke such extreme reaction, but Cinephile Video has now become a site of cultural warfare, and the fans aren't saying no. God, not my baby, please, why? Why did you? Please, God, say it isn't happening.
This is just, it was always going to lead to this. I mean, look, I'll let the real news channels deal with this at this point. I feel like it was always going to lead to this. I think when fans are outraged, you're going to get this kind of crazy violence. I mean, I don't know. Alan, your thoughts?
Yeah. First, they got it all wrong. These protesters should have been protesting Warner Brothers and not Cinephile, because Cinephile is the one who wanted to show the movie in the first place. So you guys you protested the wrong company. The other thing is, here, I want to show you the inside of Cinephile here. This one right here. This is where it was supposed to be shown. It's kind of in the aisles of the video store, and clearly, you could fit like 3 of those protesters in there.
Right,
to
3
to watch the movie.
Yeah.
But this is, what future do we have? That's what I have to ask you. Where do we go from here?
I will say this. It might have been an AI video made by
What?
Damon Packard. That might have been a fake video made by
God. That looks so
Damon
real.
Packard, a brilliant filmmaker who's been experimenting with AI, and make of that what you will. But the sentiment is real. What is stopping Warner's from releasing that cut?
I mean, I could defend them by saying they have their cut, and that this just does all this does is undermine them, and maybe that's what they're preventing from happening. The idea that there was a better movie out there, but we refuse to let that go out. That's a little ego deflating. I had another thought, but say something and then maybe I'll remember it.
Let's go to our comments.
Oh yeah, it was so studios can edit their movies to remove problematic elements, problematic lines, racist lines maybe, but they can't release a director's cut of a film. They can throw out trigger warnings, but they can't show you a better version of their movie. Okay.
Well, I'll just say this again, while this may be fake, the sentiment is real. People are pissed off. A small private screening at a video store for like 10 people was shut down by a major studio. They got better things to do.
Yeah.
Let's go to comments.
Yeah. And hey, Disney, release Song of the South. Okay, Lord Comet for 2. This should have been named The Young and the Sexless.
I like that.
Yes. Rudy for 2. I was there. All this happened. I'm shook. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let us know what happened. James Raschuti, aka Gen X Fed, for 999. Get well soon, Chris. Thanks for doing the show, even though you're not feeling good. Gen X work ethic. No, you went to a convention. You went to a convention and
where I got sick, basically.
Yeah. MK Solid. Why are they rocking the 1989 Batman shirts? LOL. The Dark Knight Returns. A similar situation happened at Allen's Panda Express franchise location. Yes. We want real Chinese food. Pilgrim Media for 2. Where did they get that video?
We'll put the link in the description of this. Lori has it.
Yeah, but you could see.
Look up Damon Packard. DAMON PACKEARD.
Yeah, but you can also see that NBC covered it, so it's probably on the NBC site.
It's true.
Solomon Thornton, Batman with nipple suit. Besides that, Batman Forever was fun film, but I wish we got Keaton's Batman 3.
Yes.
Ronald Pant for 10. Just wanted to say hello. Chris, been a fan of yours since the old G4 days. Joel ruined the initial run of the Batman franchise, and that led to the demise of Attack of the Show.
Yes. Thank you, Ronald. Appreciate that.
Tom Siebert, Joel Schumacher, a bizarre director. Both 4-star and 1-star movies, falling down his best.
Yes, I would agree.
Andy makes Star Wars. Batman Forever was my top 10 film of all time in the late 90s. Love it.
Appreciate it.
Imagine if you had seen the Schumacher cut.
Based on the somber events that we saw in that video, it's probably best we end the show early. Alan has to get to a movie.
No, I mean, this is really early.
No.
I'm really going to sit here for an hour.
I'm not feeling good, so we're going to end the show early. Want to thank Atomic Lori, Glanuccio, Alan, and our mods, Lord Thoth, MK Solid. Want to thank everyone on the stream for just hanging out. We'll be back on Friday with reviews of Ballerina, and among
The Gardener.
movies, The Gardener, which I saw.
I saw it.
Oh, dude. We'll discuss on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
We'll discuss about. We've got a lot of fun films. Our Friday show. A lot of people. Our Friday show gets the least views. I think it's because the movies have been shit lately.
Yeah.
But please come back for our Friday show, and we have fun stuff to talk about. Alan, you're going to see Wicked. You'll see the preview for Wicked for Good.
Yeah. Yeah, again, we'll just sit around for an hour and a half before the movie starts and then drive 5 minutes to the theater to see it.
Exactly. We'll leave it there. Okay. Thank you so much. Take care, everyone. Alan,
let's get out of here.